expansion of higher consciousness is born the expansion of relief, is born the expansion of creations of desires, dreams, and wishes. Higher consciousness is living in and among the greatness of consciousness itself. Think of the universe, however you perceive the universe. Imagine, see in your mind's eye the universe. What does that look like to you? Is it whole? Is it vast? Is it eternal? Is it Mother Earth? Is it all creation in itself? When we speak about higher consciousness, tied in with emotions, tied in with personal vibration and collective vibration, a collective consciousness, Mother Earth has we want to say, the energy of the universe, but every soul does. This is why one of the first steps in the expansion of yourself, think of higher consciousness, is finding, discovering, experiencing you as your eternal light in physical form. So here you are walking upon Mother Earth with many experiences, creating endless beliefs, if you will. One's walking in, one's walking out. Everyday life, creating something, and to some they feel they have not created anything. Time in, time out, punch in, punch out. Every day starts to look mundane. Heartache and upset and hurdles and challenges. And in all that, a space for happiness to arrive, a space for laughter, a space of lightheartedness, a space of ease, until one finds a burden or is presented something that feels so opposite to ease and happiness and joy. So the contrasts of life. There must be contrast for ones to understand the search. And when we say the search, is it truly a search when what we are sharing is everything is held within oneself? So the search is not looking outside of oneself. It's not looking outside oneself. The search is looking within and bringing forth the expansion of, to be placed outwards into the vibration of the universe. Now, if the word universe seems too big for some, think of all things you are holding. Think of yourself as energy. Personal energy, but energy. Everything on the planet holds energy. Everything. Life is energy. And everything upon Mother Earth has been created and is life. In your energy, it flows from, if you will, from within to beyond. Think think of the vastness of the sky. If you like the word universe, think of the universe, perhaps encompassing all of Mother Earth, if you will. Think of the energy that is held and created in the universe. Just ponder that. How much energy do you feel the universe would hold? And if everything upon Mother Earth is alive, how much energy is created every moment in time? And then we are going to ask, what is the energy that is created? What is your energy that you are creating? Now, it gets sticky because all emotions are meant to be felt. If you are experiencing anger, it is to be experienced, part of the travel upon Mother Earth. Every emotion is to be experienced. Isn't it something that what emotion you are experiencing, you have truly chosen to experience? And ones will challenge and say, there is no way that I chose for this to happen, for me to be so angry. Or I did not choose to feel this much heartache. I did not choose to feel so disheartened in life. It is understood how ones would feel that none of it is a choice, that emotions are not a choice. If something is sad, it is sad. If something is happy, it is happy. If something is joyful, it is joyful. If something is, we want to say, heartbreaking, it is heartbreaking. What we are sharing is, isn't it fascinating that what breaks someone's heart does not break another's? Or something is presented and one feels very sad, and the same thing presented, another could feel very happy. So let us just take marriage to divorce. Some are elated to become married. Some are elated to become divorced. Some feel the depths of sorrow in divorce, and some feel the depths of sorrow in marriage itself. Now, we're just using this as an example, just to share that there are some, we want to say, all things are perceived from the individual themselves. Something that they are wanting or desiring. If the outcome was as such, so if one is desiring and wanting to have a divorce, and the outcome is the divorce, that one would feel very relieved. But the partner may have the last thing on their desire, the last thing that they wish and want is a divorce, and the outcome is the divorce. They would see that in a much different way. And here's the fascinating part. Down the road, the one that was in turmoil about the divorce has found their steps, perhaps remarried, if you will, if marriage was important to one, remarried, living life to the fullest, and looking back, wondering why they were even upset in the first place. And the one that was joyful about the divorce, years down the road, may look back in absolute regret, in the understanding that they had it all and didn't see that they had it all, that they had what they desired and they let it go. And they may look back and see their steps on how they let it go. Perhaps they were extremely unkind to the other. Perhaps they betrayed the other. Perhaps they were very kind to the other in the wanting of the release of the marriage. That is what we mean by it is a choice. It does not ever feel like a choice. Emotions are meant to be felt, but in that dialogue, one can see how the feeling of something can often change, and that again is the contrast. One seek what they feel would be their road to happiness, and they achieve what they are wanting to achieve. And the road is nothing as they imagined. In fact, they become extremely unhappy because they receive the outcome they were desiring. Or what if they received the outcome they were desiring and something came along and took it away? Emotions are part of who you are. It is the experience of life. There are some who have, we want to say, covered their emotions so well. We refer to those souls as the walking dead. And having no emotion or showing little emotion is also a choice. How many are, we want to say, ingesting, name it what you will, drugs, alcohol, prescribed drugs, to not feel much of any one thing? Why does one have a drink? Why does one inject drugs into their system? Why does one seek a physician to have a prescription filled so they do not feel the low of life? They do not feel the depression of life, if you will. When emotions are held for a period of time, then it truly becomes a choice. There are ones who are so angry for years because they have not found the release of, they have not been able to place down the anger, the resentment, the harsh judgment. They have not placed down their hurt. Ask someone who was bullied in the playground and decades have passed. They carry the bully with them. And perhaps the unkind words or the experience that was experienced became part of who they are, then became part of a personality. One's talking themselves out of their own greatness because someone feeling their lack of love shared unkind words, unkind actions and deeds, if you will. Higher consciousness will always prevent unkind words. Higher consciousness will always prevent the holding on to unkind words. Higher consciousness allows space to let go of judgment and condemnation, whether given or received. Higher consciousness allows space for ones to feel the emotion of anger and to understand to let it go. So think of, again, transitioning from physical into non-physical, feeling at all things just wash away. Higher consciousness is allowing space for ones to wash away the upsets, the anger, the resentments, the jealousy, name it what you will, in order to feel the emotions of happiness, joy, peace, contentment, ease. It's fascinating how ones have to experience anger, perhaps even rage, to understand the feeling of peace. It is a choice as to what you are desiring to feel, and ones will challenge and say, I do not wish to feel like this. I am done. I have had it. Most days I can't move. I can't stand myself. I can't stand others. I am impatient. I am intolerant. I truly don't care. When you think about vibration, and one is living in the state of their emotion. So whether the emotion is, we choose anger because anger is so readily felt. Frustration, readily felt. Disappointment, readily felt. Disheartenment. When ones live in that state for a period of time, a lengthy time, some will carry anger decades. It becomes the personal energy. And so when we speak about personal energy, moving from within outwards, think of your personal energy in a color, if you will. So think of the sun, and think of the rays of the sun beaming upon Mother Earth. So if you truly look, you could see the rays of the sun touching the soil of Mother Earth. Think of your own personal energy, your own personal vibration, as the sun held within. A metaphor, but not. Because anger never feels like sunshine, does it now? But think of energy as a ball within, and the rays of the light or the energy moving outwards. Now, in that space of the energy moving outwards, whether it be the energy of anger or the energy of joy, it's from within moving outwards. Place a color, so even place the rays of the sun color, a beautiful golden yellow, if you will. Or if you feel very angry and you think of your energy as anger, you may feel that it's dark and there's no light at all. So find your own color to your own emotion in which you are feeling. And it goes outwards in the energy vibration. Now we ask, now take a step. You can see how you would always be moving into your energy vibration in which you are holding. And this is why it feels almost easy to hold anger for such a long time, to hold hurt for a long time, to be unforgiving for a long time. Name the emotion. To be happy for a long time. You are always moving into your own emotion. Think of it that way. So in that understanding, higher consciousness would always find a place to place down the personal energy that is unwanted and replace it with personal energy that is wanted. Now, we want to be careful here because there are some who truly enjoy feeling anger because they are feeling something. There are some who truly enjoy feeling rage because they are feeling something. How many have hurt themselves, if you will, in various ways to feel something? How many are seeking relief from pain and suffering? Higher consciousness is finding a pathway to seek relief and find comfort in the suffering. When ones have the greatest understanding that all is one and all is vibration, personal vibration, collective vibration, ones then have the ability to go within and place forward what they are desiring to feel. Now again, if something has come along and is profoundly sad, or something has come along and it's taken one to their knees in pain and anguish, it is not a sort of a magical wand that is waved and one feels euphoric. That would sound absurd. All emotions are meant to be felt. Emotions are not meant to be carried for a length of time. Now, how many emotions would one go through in their daily activity? They may wake up feeling as low could be, and something comes along and inspires them, makes them happy. They get into their car to travel, let's say, and they're cut off, and they're now back to feeling frustrated and perhaps angry. And they get to where they're going, and they see a smiling face, and someone tells them a wonderful story, and they feel good. And they meet the next person who is feeling truly down in the dumps, and they share their story, and then they feel badly. And then they perhaps eat their lunch, and they enjoy what they are eating, and they feel good. Then they move along, and they do something that truly floats their boat. Then they move along, and something comes along that makes them very sad. They return home and they watch the evening news, and now they're profoundly saddened. And then perhaps watch another television show to remove them from the uncomfortable evening news, if you will, to change a thought pattern, and they become joyful because they are watching their favorite television show. So you can see how emotions are always being created along the way, but they become changed because of what one is experiencing. It does sound like all things are going in a circle, but truly it is not. It is a foundation of understanding how one can bring forth relief and comfort in something that is uncomfortable, something that is causing pain, like removing a sliver from a hand. It's painful. The sliver is painful. Every time it is touched, it is known it is painful. Something so small can cause so much pain until it is removed. And once it is removed, once the sliver is removed, the pain subsides. In fact, it is near gone. Now, some feel like that little sliver is huge and it will never be removed and it will never be gone. It will be part of the one that walks the earth for their time. Higher consciousness, personal energy, raising one's personal energy. Think of raising higher consciousness as raising personal energy. In the understanding that all is one, if you have a room full of people and they're all holding the energy of anger, something has happened and they're retaliating, They're fighting against something. They're on a picket line. There's something. And there is hostility in the air. Whether it be outside, in the room, a group of people filled with hatred. How much energy, how much hatred energy is that creating, moving forth into others' energy and the energy of the universe? If all is holding the energy, you have a group of people who have come together in the greatest state of joy and peacefulness, wanting to come together perhaps in healing and placing out the energy, this vibration of healing upon the planet. What is felt? What is felt among all? And it would feel that if you had 10 very angry people protesting against something, and 10 very peaceful people promoting healing, what energy feels that it extends further? Most times it feels that anger and rage would extend further because it is forceful, whereas peace and harmony is soft and gentle. It doesn't feel like it goes outwards as far as rage would. But here is the key, and here is the key with higher consciousness. Love trumps all. Love prevails. Think of light removing the darkness. Loving energy always far exceeds the energy of anger or rage, or name it what you will. Light diminishes the darkness, if you will. When you have the understanding that love truly is the answer to all things, love does conquer all, and it's not even proper wording because love does not conquer. Love is. Love is the creation of creation, the foundation of all creation upon Mother Earth in the universe. It is only the magnificence of love, only the magnificence of light, only the magnificence of divine creation. When you live in higher consciousness, you live in the vibration of eternal light, and it becomes a vibrational match within the universe itself. For the universe, divine, if you will, call it what you will, cannot pick up the anger, cannot pick up the rage. That is personal energy. But the universe, think of eternal light, all in the pureness of compassion, love, kindness, forgiveness. It would be the greatest match to the love, compassion, kindness, and forgiveness you are putting forth. Therefore, it is we want to say a blend. We want to say a blend. Higher consciousness, highest energy, creation cannot pick up low vibration, if you will. Hard to find words. When you become a vibrational match to the vibration of the wholeness, of the oneness, in the vastness and the fullness, you see the world as expansive, as if you were part of the heavens, if you will. How would an angel behave? Only in the purest sense of kindness, compassion, love, and forgiveness. And that is why angels are called upon in times of need, in times of sorrow, in times where relief is. Or that is why something outside, if you will, is called upon. But as we mentioned in our previous segment, you're not truly calling something outside to you. You are calling what is already in you to emerge forth, and it appears as though it is coming to you. But it is who you are in the understanding that all is one. We will conclude this segment, and we are eager to share more segments. We are eager to, we want to say, unfold a pathway or create a grand staircase for ones to move forward and expansion of. The staircase that we speak about is a metaphor, and it's not little steps going up to the heavens. The stairs are wide, vast. They have no beginning and no end. And as they move up, there's no beginning and no end. You have found a staircase. It doesn't matter what stair you're standing on. The room for expansion is yours. There is great love for you.